Welcome to the 2022 local election candidate videos, made possible by a partnership between Collin County Votes, which is an initiative of the Collin County Business Alliance, the Allen, Frisco, McKinney, and Plano Chambers of Commerce. I'm Leanne Libby with Community Impact Paper, and I'm excited to introduce our viewers today to Kelly Karthik, running for Frisco ISD Place 2. Welcome, Kelly.
Hi, thank you for having me.
All right, let's jump right in. So not everyone understands exactly what a school board trustee's roles and responsibilities are. Can you explain to us in your own words what the role entails?
My best understanding of what a trustee does is, coming up with some goals and some initiatives and keeping their pulse on what's best for the children throughout the year, as well as taking in the opinion of community members as well when making decisions.
Great. So talk to us about what would your top 2 to 3 policy priorities be that you'd like to accomplish if elected?
The things that I'm most concerned about right now, I would say my top 3 are teachers, technology, as well as the transparency and communication.
Great. So how has the pandemic impacted your school district, and how, if elected, would you work to address these issues?
It looks like, in my opinion, that the kids really fell behind during the pandemic academically. I know that emotionally and socially there were issues also, and I think that most of the kids have probably bounced back quickly from the social aspect of it. Now they're with their friends again. There are children out there that are still suffering from the emotional ramifications of what happened, having sick family members, families losing jobs, even death. So there are children out there that are feeling that stress, as well as the academic stress of getting behind and their GPAs falling. So I know that there was money allotted to different districts to help in that recovery. And so with mental health counseling and tutoring services, I think they all can get back on track.
Great. Well, so we're hearing more and more about difficulties around attracting and retaining teachers. What are your thoughts on how to address this issue?
Well, right now, I think that the strain on teachers is being felt everywhere. I don't think it's just our district. I think it's, statewide and nationally. And there's things I think that we could do to accommodate our teachers to make their jobs more attractive. I don't think it's just a Frisco issue. Some of the ideas I have are more probably on a state level, but it would be really nice to entertain things like smaller classrooms to cut down on the load that they're feeling right now. I would love to see some loan forgiveness for some of these teachers. They chose this career path knowing that they weren't going to become rich, in educating our children. And I think we could help with the financial burden by, implementing or helping out with some kind of loan forgiveness on a state level. I would also love to see that the 3-day bereavement would be increased to maybe 5 days. When a teacher loses someone close to them in their family, 3 days is not enough for a lot of teachers, and they're human beings too, and they have needs and family they have to take care of, and I think they need that week off. I would also like to see, more fully funded classrooms where teachers aren't dipping out of their own pockets to pay for things like decor and snacks and art supplies. I feel like maybe each classroom could have a budget, and they know what that budget is for the miscellaneous items like that. I also would love futuristically to see something like a partnership with local community colleges or universities, where maybe we have a 1-year fellowship program with our veteran teachers and getting some of these students in the classroom to assist our teachers, the ones that want that kind of help. And at the same time, they're earning academic credit and getting real on the job learning of what it really is to be in the educational field.
Great. So what would you like to see the legislature address to help support public education in your district in the next legislative session?
I think if I had my choice, ideally we shouldn't have teachers working 2 and 3 jobs to pay their bills. So probably the first thing I would like to address is either their student loan forgiveness or a cost of living index that is targeted to our area to make that happen. And what that exact number is unique to Frisco as opposed to other areas of the state. but I would like to see that bit of an increase if possible, so we have teachers just working as teachers and not working 2 and 3 jobs.
So we live in a very diverse area in every sense of the word. Can you talk about how important it is to consider and incorporate diversity into your decisions on the school board?
Currently, the demographics in Frisco, I think when I last checked, the Asian community was at 39%, and I think the Hispanic community was around 11 or 12%, and the African American community was around 10 or 11%. So, in a roundabout, about 60% of our community in the Frisco ISD is the minority. I think the Caucasian count last I checked is around 32, 33%. So the diversity is there. I think there's over 88 languages spoken in Frisco, Texas. And, this town is, I consider to be cosmopolitan in its draw of attracting the best of the best from all over the world. People choose to move here because Frisco is an excellent town. It has an excellent school district. They know their children are getting the best education here. And one way I would like to see that diversity grow in the schools is maybe we could implement something like a leadership lunch table. And what I mean by that is maybe for 1 week, each, a student can participate if they want in that leadership table. And someone could be in charge of bringing different kids together that may not normally sit together. We could have the athletes sitting with maybe a special needs child, or we could have music kids hanging out with, some of our academically, challenged children. And what I'm saying is let's bring different kids together and see if we can grow some leadership skills out of those tables and grow some new friendships with kids that would normally never interact with each other. The diversity is there. I would just like to see how we could mix it up a little better in the schools.
Great. Well, so last question. Can you tell us something about the school district that makes you excited about the future for this next generation in our community?
Well, it's hard not to be excited about Frisco overall. I mean, they've really got good vision about what it is they're trying to do and what the future looks like here. We've got, art centers and technology centers. We've got some of the best teachers. We're highly rated. The diversity's there. It's just a really beautiful town, and I really can't complain about anything except that I think we have it together. I think we're one of the best places in Texas to move to have your kids in, and it's an exciting place to be with all the way from the Star to the soccer stadium. We have so much to see and do here, and it's a great place to bring up kids.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Karthik, for joining us today and giving our viewers the opportunity to hear directly from you on these important issues.
Thank you for having me.